The following program is meant for adult audiences only. If you are easily offended, you are choosing to be offended by continuing to watch. If jokes upset you, whether bad or good, you might end up crying. Being a bitch in life is difficult, I imagine, but you must find a way to continue. For all the haters and lurkers, hope you enjoy the show. For the bigot army, enjoy the show. Don't be a pussy.
そうだ。テレビつけてもいいぞ。
冒険アニメ。
よりによって。
サイレンサー付きの拳銃だと。
ワクワク。
Here we go! Mucha lucha, mucha lucha. It's the way of life.
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call
the Grifter Zone.
Good moo! Oh, you found your moo!
My crew is big and it keeps getting bigger. That's 'cause Jesus Christ is.
Man, I want to get drunk in a hotel room with you.
That might be taken out of context.
Gay, gay, gay.
Oh. No. How is it my fault? What? The bragging gifted this and I'm immediately called an anti-Semite? Come on, dog.
Bruh.
What are these characters? Nazi furry? Hypno, why would you do this to me? Said, welcome to Goonergate. Protect your booty hole.
What's up, nerds? It's Alyssa Mercante, Kotaku senior editor, and
nobody even wants you here.
And I would take her to Chili's, maybe. You know, like, genuinely, I just want the best for her. Genuinely.
Listen, if it was consensual and you didn't hate the Jews, I'd fuck the shit out of you. I would.
What did he say? People are gonna clip that. You know that I don't.
Clip it. I know you don't. Come on. But that's the thing. Why can't we have fun?
Bruh.
That's an interesting way of putting. That makes sense.
He's jealous. Fuck yeah. He knew I was that bitch. I didn't need a man to tell him to fuck.
And Hypnotic again, member for 1 month. Thank you. Enjoy First Berserker. What's that black stuff between an elephant's toes? Slow natives. Wait.
Wild.
Yeah. On the other end of the spectrum. Yes.
Okay.
I'd say that goes out of dad into dark, but sure, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Definitely dark.
Somebody replies and it says, "This is embarrassing." And he says, "Not as embarrassing as your take on trans kids. It was not researched. It was cruel and it had no basis in facts. So forgive me if I don't take all your takes that seriously." Who's this person?
Bruh.
Look at the fucking thumbnail. God of Cock Meltdown. Oh my God, look at this. Oh man. Yeah, sure. Trans kids, for sure, man.
Right, but you're giving an opinion on an article with a headline that's inflammatory. So the fact that you're giving an opinion on what's on screen,
Did I focus on the inflammatory nature of the headline?
Well, can I assume that everything in this article you would agree with?
You shouldn't assume. It makes an ass out of yourself and me.
Okay, so that
down his timeline, you're gonna see a lot of ass and titties. Okay, me on my Twitter timeline, you ain't gonna see none of that. As a matter of fact, like I can show you, I can scroll down my entire news feed on Twitter. Why would you ruin my point? I'm trying. God damn. Why would you ruin it? I didn't do that. I don't know who this chick is. Why would you do that? I can't even edit it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Someone you love been canceled? Have you been the target of online harassment because of something you said or refused to be compelled to say by the mob? Did you mistakenly think you could be an individual, form your own opinions, and keep all of your friends?
Titty
Did your social
freakers.
credit score tanked because you had a conversation with, subscribe to, or follow someone who suffers from wrongthink? Have you been called a literal Nazi because you think taking care of one's physical health is important? Have you tried apologizing for your transgressions only to find out you actually poured gasoline on the they-them flames? Have you ever had a politically incorrect thought or, heaven forbid, made an off-color joke? Well, we here at the Office of the Cancelled are here for you. As a member of the club, we offer exclusive trading cards, flak jackets, lapel pins, access to bomb shelters, as well as audio tracks from based artists that are sure to pump you up for a day at the range and get some of that much-needed two-way therapy. Remember, folks, you're only canceled if you let yourself be canceled, and every one of those collectivist NPCs can go fuck themselves.
Eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat.
I'll wait some time because the longer we wait, like the more realistic it'll be, you know, when he comes back to life. The touch of the black man in a woke story. The God hand shining down, shining upon thee. White man as you lay down. Cis white man and couple in background. Understand the power of a black man is a God hand.
Pro-black Twitter!
I breathe life into you. One touch is not enough from greatness. One touch from the black man. Watch me do it again. Kneel and be amazed at the touch of the black man. I bring life. I bring life.
Pro-black Twitter hoes!
That's right! That's right!
Robocock, don't clip that, no!
Bruh.
Oh God, that's getting clipped.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Oh shit. I was doing so good tonight too.
I'm tired of you! Drop it, retard. Robocock.
All right. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Hypnocast. That's right, we are live, boys. We are live, we are live, we are live. We are going to dive down the rabbit hole that is known as the internet. But before we do any of that, you got to bring it in, boys. Bring it in close. Come on, let's go. We got to hug it out. Bring it in. This is no different than any other day. Bring it in right now. Come on, look at everybody hugging it out in the chat. Look at that. That's amazing. Look at the love. Look at the love in the chat. Look at the love in the chat. This is glorious. This is absolutely fucking glorious. Look at that. Look at those hugging emojis. And listen very closely to the following message.
Do not fucking touch Santa's hairy belly.
If you're watching on YouTube, like the stream. Like it. Right now. If you're watching on Rumble, like the stream. If you're watching on Twitter, like the post. And if you are watching anywhere else right now, what do I even say to you? So like the stream. Like the stream. Can I get a mic check, please? Mic check, titty check, balls check. What are we checking, man? What are we checking today? We got some topics we got to catch up on. We got an update, a glorious update regarding that interesting studio that decided to shut down because they were talking, about apparently being accused of making, I don't know, their game with AI, something like that. What else? What else are we checking? It wants to snow check? Okay. Pizza check? Okay. Hypno's queer check? Okay. Keir Starmer's gay check? It's a Christmas miracle. Smash is playing a game check. Ready for the new year check? Harry Balls check? Everybody is gay check. Streaming service chaos check. Kata's playing Feet X Pit check. What the fuck is Feet X? What is that? Cajun crab boil for dinner check. Wow. Fancy motherfucker. Honey barbecue wings check. Check the check. Coke or snow sniff check. Quesadilla check. Barbecue chicken tenders and rice check. Hairy belly pet check. Hypno watch the Godslayer game trailer check. I'm on time check. Hypno is gay check. Again. We're dating Santa's daughter check. What? Empanadas check. Turkey for Christmas check. I questioned my sanity check. I'm still not gay check. Wild Pepsi cherry check. Old man cat, give me some of that crab check. Spicy Korean barbecue pork belly check. Tickle me hypnotic for Xmas Christmas check. These are definitely getting weird. These are definitely getting weird. It's like getting very weird. All right, guys, listen, our ESG scores are at their maximum. We're fully funded. Like the stream. Like it. Right now. Let's do the Bigot Army roll call. Let's see who is in this chat right now, aside from former Kotaku Eurydice. Black Samurais that unfortunately did exist at one point, but no longer do. And people that apparently, I don't know, like to touch Santa's belly. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? You were told not to touch Santa's belly. We have 18, 19 days till Christmas. Do not touch Santa's belly. Stop it right now. We got Hanny checking Kojima's feet. What the fuck is going on today? What is going on today? God damn it. We got Octavio go wherever. I don't know. I want to go with Octavio. There you go. It even gets weirder because he waxed his ass cheeks. What the fuck is happening right now? But what is happening with these comments? Just gets weirder and weirder. We got Mr. Melancholy. Tiger King. Shinigami Ren. Crash Collins over on Rumble. The King Joker. What's up, man? We got Tired Hypno. I feel this account every day. This is my favorite account so far now. Tired Hypno. Why'd you spell tired like that? What the fuck? My favorite account right now. We got Jeremiah Maxwell. We got DJ Kotick over on Rumble. We got the Mervoth. We got Chaz Dragoon. Kid Flash Nacho. We got Ophacius on Rumble. We got Pizza Cat. Lead. We got Jay Sims. We got Panthra. We got Low KZ420 on Rumble. We got Lucky Boy. Old Man Cad. We got Darth Dimos. The legend. He says, I have the power. By the power of the Gray Skull. What a fucking legend. We got Fallen Reborn. We got Barry Dixon Butts. We got Matthew with the Hero Prees. We got Harry Bailey Tickler. See, me and Santa are cool. Has anyone seen Comet?
Holy shit.
Are you going after Comet now? Was 2 of them not enough? Was 2 of them not enough? That you need to go after Comet? Is that do you okay? We shall see about this. Also, that profile picture, what the fuck, bro? What the fuck? 2K GameCuber, Creepier07, Fluffy Murder Machine, T-Vault Gaming. We got Lights, Phil Espa. We got Joel Jimenez, Deku Leader, Marius, Ron DFK, Wingnut21. We got Souls Have No Color. More dots. We got Duck Fizzy, Quack Check. Frenchie07, Commander Sonok. We got Alucard. This is Sparta 9000, Charlie Nuclear, Jason Alator, Ron DFK. We got Rudoka. We got Blue Octopussy Screaming. We got Speedy Cake. What's up, Speedy Cake? How you doing? We got Jinx Hand. We got D-Mag. Yamato 85. We got Faye. What's up, Faye? How you doing? We got 17 Crash Gaming. We got 2 Cool Curry. All right, 4 more people. 4 more people. And then we got to get on with the show, man. 4 more people. Let's go. We're going to kill it tonight, boys. I have a feeling this is going to be legendary tonight. We got, let me scroll down. We got Doo-Doo Brownies. It's definitely going to be legendary. We got Genetic Spore over on Rumble. Secret Final Boss. We got Crippled Snorlax. We got AC Macho Man. And last but not least, we got John Bon Zombie. Shout out to you, my man. We got Frost Puma, Melody Johnson, Twisted Master the Legend, Vigilantia, and we got Marsh Mallowstar and Max Headroom over on Rumble. Shout out to you, my man. And Uper199 and Timebound Howler and Olden Fox 64 and Crash Collins and Mookie Dookie. And we got Obi Myers. All right, listen, I called out as many people as I possibly could. I'm totally not ignoring Sonia's chat in all caps right now. It is now time to sacrifice your fellow Picket Army member. And let's see who is going to get the massive money shot today, ladies and gentlemen. Who is it going to be? Let's find out. We got Mr. Melancholy. Sets to go down. Booty hole protected with no hairy belly, no fruitcake, no Chinese pirates, no feet picks. Go down by 8. You touched Mrs. Claus. Prepare for some McLovin time with handsome Squidward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Holy shit.
Yamato 85. Yamato 85, man. He just had to be the one that screamed like a fangirl. You know, like the fangirl that is in Metroid 4 right now that everybody's making fun of, that is just like, oh my God, it's Samus. That's Yamato. Yamato fangirl for Sonya. And he was like, oh my God, it's Sonya. Well, guess what? You're blasted in the face. Oh!
Oh. Oh.
What the?
Like the stream. Like the stream. All right, boys, listen. We got a lot we got to talk about today, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to do a little bit of a follow-up story, something that we covered, breaking news on Saturday regarding the studio Goon Swarm. Yes, that is a real studio name. Goon Swarm. We're going to cover the reason why they decided to shut down their studio, and apparently it wasn't the developers that decided it. Apparently it was the publisher. Running with Scissors was the one that decided to shut down the studio because after the revelation of AI usage, they were so mad over the betrayal, right? The perception of their publisher. They were so mad. They were the ones that decided to shut the fucking studio down, which is really interesting. So we're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about Hideo Kojima. Apparently Hideo Kojima is going to be, or will apparently, keynote next year's completely revamped GDC. And we'll share personal insights into building a studio. Now, why is this interesting? Well, if you guys are unaware, the GDC stands for the Games Developers Conference. And next year is going to begin the brand new rebranding of the GDC into what will be called the Festival of Gaming. And apparently Hideo Kojima is going to be one of the leads in the brand new Festival of Gaming, which is going to be interesting. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about all of that nonsense regarding the GDC and what's coming up there. We're also going to talk a little bit about Arrowhead's upcoming Helldivers movie, because the director is getting backlash, apparently, for not playing the games, never playing the games, and having no plans to play the games. Well, apparently the CEO behind Helldivers said that he doesn't need to have played the game or to play the games, which is always very interesting. That's a great start. So I guess we're going to find out what's going on now. We're also going to talk about Xbox a little bit. Apparently they got outsold by a third-party console or something like that. Not exactly too sure there. We're going to catch up on the story regarding the previous Fallout creator who has now rejoined Obsidian Entertainment and is working on a brand new RPG. We didn't get to cover that the other day. We will talk about it today. So let's go over that. And we're going to talk about a massive lawsuit. A massive lawsuit between gaming collectible purveyor I Am 8-Bit, which is suing publisher Skybound over alleged fraud related to the cat simulator Stray, which is very interesting. So we got a lot we got to go over, ladies and gentlemen. A lot we got to go over. But before we do any of that, we need to do the #1 segment on YouTube, the #1 segment on Rumble, the #1 segment all around this galaxy. This segment is known none other than the pre-stream. Let's
money, print money, cash, money, well, capitalism, raise a bunch of money, more money, heaps and heaps of money, print money, cash, money, well, capitalism, raise a bunch of money, super chat money.
As salty as the sea, calling us no code names. SJW screaming, but it's money they blame. Burning with envy, they're falling flat. They can't handle the sound of a super chat.
Fuck, you got another donation. Add it to the total.
You said his channel was dying and he wouldn't get any more donations, so why aren't we getting fucking donations?
That's right. That's right. It is time for the pre-stream legends, ladies and gentlemen. The unofficial moderators are here, and they're counting every single dollar, ladies and gentlemen. So let's make it happen. Shout out to Mr. Melancholy starting us off with a $2 super sticker. Thank you so much, Mr. Melancholy. I appreciate that, man. And then we got Old Man Cad with a 5 membership banger.
Let's fucking go! It's a membership banger!
And on top of that, considering this is the first membership banger of the stream, you already know what that means.
鳥に金さすだと進むから売れるから明日は絶対もっとシャイニー自分次第深めに合い今すぐスタートボタンを押してみるの私はこんなんじゃないはず
Shout out to Old Man Cad being an absolute fucking legend. Dropping the 5 membership banger. I appreciate that. And then we got Rodoka with a 2 says, Oh, that's weird. It's supposed to show the flag. Why didn't it show the flag? That's weird. Shout out to Rodoka. Thank you so much for the 2, man. I appreciate the saluting the flag. Thank you. And then we got Twisted Master. Twisted Master with the 5 membership. I'm gonna give you something different.
Hey yo, Buck, is that what I think it is?
Well, golly, Chuck, it's a membership banger.
It's a membership banger. It's a membership banger. Shout out to Twisted Master. Thank you so much, brother, for the 5 membership banger. I appreciate that. And then we got Chaz Dragoon with a 2. I brought pizza for everyone and is apparently setting the table. Oh, how kind of Chaz. How kind of Chaz, man. Shout out. I appreciate that. And then the legend, Dark Obsidian with a 1999. Here we go! Mucha lucha, mucha lucha. It's the way of life. Mucha lucha. He says, congratulations, Hypno. You won the Bigot Army Streamer of the Year award. When the fuck did that happen? When did that happen? Did I win another award this year? I mean, listen, my title technically is the award-winning CEO of the Bigot Army. That technically is the title that I hold, and that's because last year I won an award for Grifter of the Year. So, did I win another award this year? That would be awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that, guys. Legendary. And then we got Damage Control with a 2. You're my number 1 viewed. Yellow Flash was 2. JT was 3. Don't let JT hear that. He might be a little bit sad. Thank you for the 2. We got Speedy Cake for 2 months. Someone should make an edit to the Santa clip with a turkey chest burster xenomorph thing. That sounds horrific. That sounds horrific, and we're just not ever going to do that, okay? Let's not ever do that. Dark Dimos with a 99.99 Red Boy High. Here we go! Mucha lucha, mucha lucha. It's the way of life. Mucha lucha. He says, may I have the redheads now, please? Holy shit, boys. Shout out to Dark Dimos. This man dropped a legendary $100 Red Boy Hyperbanger on Saturday Night Hypnosis. Unfortunately, we do not play clips on SNH because that show needs all the time it could possibly get. However, it's Hypnocast, baby. We could do whatever the fuck we want.
It's a Red Boy Hyper Banger, bitches! Let's bring the ladies in! Holy shit!
Shout out to Dark Dimos. Shout out to Dark Dimos, my man, with a 99.99 Red Boy Hyper Banger. The first one of the stream, 1 out of 5. I appreciate you, my man. Thank you for that. That is fucking legendary, dude. That is legendary. And then we got Uper 199 for 19 months of legendary status says absolutely nothing. Thank you so much, my man. We got the trap. Okay. The Traveling Goose. The Traveling Goose with a 2 says, hooray for Hollywood. Guys, the Goose is in Hollywood now. You know, I find it interesting because the Goose is following a very similar trajectory to the turkey. And I really hope that it doesn't end poorly for the Goose. And you forgot to honk. Where's the honk? You forgot to honk, my man. Enjoy your time in Hollywood. Watch out for the men in wigs. Watch out for that. Mervoth with a 2. Irony with the GDC considering treatment of Japanese developers. That is ironic. But again, now it's going to be the Festival of Gaming. We'll talk about it. Don't worry about it. We got Octavio with a 5. How was Canon Fatal Fury? Did you get to play it? Oh, great Gunnar Overlord. No, I did not. No, I did not. I am playing a million fucking different games right now. Like I literally genuinely am. I am currently trying to platinum, and I keep saying platinum, but I mean perfect. But you know what I mean. Marvel Spider-Man, Miles Morales, because I finished the Spider-Man Remastered. I'm also working on Abathur. I'm trying to perfect that game. I'm also working on trying to perfect where the fuck is it at? Deep Rock Galactic Survivor, obviously, still. That's a pain in the ass. I was trying to perfect Torchlight 2, but it keeps crashing, so fuck that game. And then eventually I'm going to get back to Ball X Pit and Escape from Duck Off. I want to see if I could get some more progression in that game. Both those games. Once I finish with Spider-Man Miles Morales, I'm going to move on to Sonic Frontiers. I was trying to perfect that game. And also Sonic Crossworlds. Trying to perfect that game too. It's a lot. It's a lot. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Yeah, Spider-Man Miles Morales, yeah. The reason why is because I have the Platinum on PlayStation for both Remastered and Miles Morales. And I just wanted to kind of transfer that over to Steam. So I finished Remastered after like, I don't know, 81 hours or something like that. And I know Miles Morales is shorter, so I know it doesn't take that long to do it. So I was like, I'll just do it. Fuck it. So I had it on Steam. Somebody gifted it to me, so I appreciate you guys. And I was like, fuck it, why not? So that's basically it. I try to balance it between like one AAA Platinum or Perfect and like a couple of indies. I try to like balance it. So shout out to you, my man. Thank you. Alucard with a 2. What do you call a banker with a fish? A loan shark? Really? Alucard, are you drunk? Radio Chip for 12 months of legendary status says 12 months. Thank you, my man. We got Harry Belly Tickler with a 2 leftover. Nah, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Holy shit.
Come on, man. Come on. Oh, my God. Leftover Dasher. Pizza is here. Who's hungry? Come on.
Holy shit.
The disrespect to these fucking reindeer, man. It's just... this is too much. It's too much. We got Vet Gamer Bolsifis with a 5. If you need a redhead fix when Hypno isn't on, I got your redheads on my channel. Just saying. Shout out to Vet Gamer. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Archangelus with a 5. Hi, Hypnotic. Hope you're doing well. I had a very interesting day. Just got through watching Death Battle Yu-Gi-Oh! Versus Ash. It was like childhood happiness. Yay. That sounds awesome, man. Shout out to you. Death Battle Yu-Gi-Oh! Versus Ash. That sounds interesting. Alucard with a 2. Sorry to hear that, Hypno. You playing Miles Morales? Yeah. Basically. You know, not actually. You got to remember, it's Spider-Man with an asterisk. This is why, like, they don't just call him Spider-Man. They call him, Miles Morales. Because, Miles Morales is Miles Morales. Always remember that. Let's check Rumble really quick. Rumble, you guys awake? Yep, you got Deidre gifting 2 memberships. Oh, look at that, man. Rumble apparently gets a new picture? That's interesting. Like, there's a new graphic design for gifted memberships. Nice. 2 memberships. One from Deidre and one from Crash Collins. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. And then if you scroll down, we got DB Carroll with $1. Sex before marriage is a sin. So do it in doggy style because all dogs go to heaven. Wow. That's a super chat. Yeah. Yeah. Shout out. All right, guys, listen, we are fully caught up. And if we get lucky today, we're trying to get to 512 tier 1s in a row and 201 tier 2s in a row. On the last Hypnocast, we officially passed 200 tier 2s in a row. So thank you guys so much for that insane support. Speaking of insane support, guys, let me just share something with you really quick. So you guys know we changed up the editing style. I'm doing my own editing on all my videos. And they are, it seems like you guys are really connecting with them. These videos perform in such weird ways. Like sometimes I have a video. The other day I had a video release and it was 10 out of 10 massive flop, right? It was super underperforming. And then I wake up today for the video to be like number 2 out of 10 at almost 30,000 views. I don't get it. I don't understand how these videos work. All I know is you guys are loving them, and I hope you continue to support the videos. Let me show you really quick. Here you go. Like what's going on here. So it's pretty clear. You can tell by the massive fucking the mountain. The mountain. Look at the mountain. You can tell by the mountain. It's wild. It's wild. So I appreciate you guys doing what you do with the videos. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And continue supporting it. Continue doing what you're doing. Liking the video, commenting, all that good stuff. Long view duration. It really does help. We are clearly reaching new people, which is the difference here, right? Like we're reaching new people. The videos are getting pushed out into the algorithm again. And I check like every video. Every video has like 85% to 90% recommendations. So we're back on the rise. And yeah, it's a good time, man. We should probably be at 107,000 fairly soon. Fairly soon. So shout out to you guys. And Rumble's supporting too, man. Rumble's doing a good job over there with the videos. I appreciate it. We are back, boys. Absolutely. All right. On that note, like I said, we are now fully caught up, ladies and gentlemen. We are fully caught up. Let's get into the content. We are not going to have an indie showcase today because, quite frankly, I just didn't have time. I got home super late today that I just did not have time to go look up some indie games. But I assure you I will have some for you tomorrow. But what I do have is some really stupid videos. So that's what we're going to do today, boys. Check this out. So apparently, there is a Kick streamer by the name of Mando, who is just the peak of, peak of humanity. Check this out, man.
Beverages spiked. Dude, so think about it. We all hang out. We can make... Oh, fuck.
Oh my god, that hurt. Oh my god, dude.
Oh my god.
I'm so sorry, dude. Oh my god.
Oh my god, that fucking hit me hard.
Dude, it just fell when I got off. Like, it doesn't even stay. Are you okay?
Yeah, that fucking hit me
Oh,
hard.
dude, it's just look. It's not even stained. This thing fell over and hit him. Yeah, he like dropped his phone and everything.
Hey, come in there. Yeah, I'm gonna get on this. Just follow my pelvis. I have screws. I just need a couple minutes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I have like a rod in my back, and then it just like hit me at the perfect angle.
Oh my god. This thing just look. See, this thing. I'm telling you, it was like a hair trigger. Watch it. Careful.
Okay.
Well, the way he looks up to see if she's not looking. This is called putting on the show. Putting on the show with that insane reaction to try to ensure. I don't know if that's what he does normally, but this man had a box fall on him, and he went down like a tower.
Dude. Oh my god, that was awful.
Hey, chicken, look, a grilled chicken sandwich maker. This has to be a great addition to the house.
What?
Dude,
I didn't even see this part. This man just started talking about the items again, bro. You just did this whole dramatic fucking what? What?
Beverage is spiked. Dude, so think about it. We all hang out. We can make. Oh, fuck.
Oh my god. That hurt? Oh my god, dude.
Oh my god.
I'm so sorry, dude. Oh my god.
What? Bro, how do you go from that to like, hey, there's a chicken maker, guys? Like, what the fuck? Oh my god, dude. I swear. The internet is insane. I know some of you guys were telling me about the streamer awards. I got to be real with you guys. So normally I would say I have zero interest. But the truth is that I have even less than that. I have even less than zero interest. So I don't know. What is it, like negative 20%? I have absolutely zero negative interest in reacting to that cringe fucking show, the Streamer Awards. I have negative interest. I feel like there's much better things to do and talk about. I can only imagine how bad it was. I'm sure there's plenty of streamers that were reacting to it. I think Asmongold did, I'm sure. I'm good. But thank you, though. Thank you. People keep saying I won. What award did I win? What did I really win an award? I want to see. How do I see who was it? Jay? Did I win Jay's award? Is that what it was? Jay Viper's award. Did I win another one again? How do I know what award did I win? Biggest Gooner award? Nice. I'll take it. Is it in this one? Let me see. Let's see.
Oh, this is one you're working on. Okay. I'm like, what the hell? Like, what have we gone into? Dude, where's the YouTube chat? Why is it not showing? I'll see you at the post show. It'll just be a few minutes from now.
The fuck? What?
Ship it wild and free, that Smash JT.
Is the Gaming J Award sponsored by SmashJT.com? Oh my god, bro.
Holy shit.
Oh my god. What the fuck? Why? Why, for the love of God? Why? That's so bad.
Thank you for 2 months in an Alucard. I appreciate that. Thank you so
That is so bad. And of course, Smash is like in the chat, I'm sure at the time. Yeah, right here. Look at this. He's like, great stream, Jay. Who won in the J Awards? Smash JT again. What the fuck? I'm trying to he really needs to put timestamps on this thing so I could check it out at some point. I wanna see. I haven't been able to see it because I was out all day. Outstanding character. What? I can't see anything. Oh, I see this though. Damn.
Holy shit.
I see that. I was able to click that.
And it's a digital
All right. Wait, go back.
Okay, so I
Go back. Sorry, Jay. Don't care. Go back.
love under neon lights, controllers in hand. It's a digital fight.
Yep. That was nice. That was nice. I'll come back and watch the J Awards once he has timestamps, so I can see. I can't spend all stream checking it out. But shout out to Jay, man. Shout out to Jay. All right, let's keep going. So let's go into Goonology purposes. Let's go into the Arrowhead story really quick. So, okay. So if you guys are not aware, Arrowhead is well, not Arrowhead in particular, but you know, whatever. Anyway, Arrowhead is apparently they're going to make a Helldivers movie. Now, I feel like Helldivers would make a pretty interesting movie. Just from like a initial narrative standpoint, I think it would make an interesting movie. Obviously it all depends on how they actually like execute it. But there's definitely something there that could be interesting. But apparently the director of the movie is getting a little bit of backlash. And I don't know if it's rightfully deserved or not quite yet, but he's getting a little bit of backlash because apparently he's not going to play the games and doesn't plan to play the games, right? And the Arrowhead CEO has decided to come out and speak on it and said that the director doesn't need to have played the games, right? So let's scroll down. Some fans have complained after it was reported that Lin doesn't play video games, which again, I want you guys to understand that you have the gaming industry and then you have Hollywood. And that doesn't mean there's going to be a crossover. Just because you have people that are making movies based off video games doesn't mean that they're going to be playing the game, right? Now, obviously, this could most likely end poorly, or maybe it won't. We really don't know. But I'll tell you this: history has shown that people that don't understand the source material, or at the very least haven't even experienced the source material, usually don't make a good movie or a TV show based on it, right? Usually. Not every time, but that's normally the case, right? So I will say this, though. When it comes to Helldivers, I feel like this is the kind of game where you don't necessarily need to play the game. Maybe you have to play in order to understand some of the, little things in there with the game, but this is not exactly like a narrative-driven game. Obviously, there is a global effort in the game, and you have like Super Earth and all that. I get that, but it's realistically, it's not like we're not talking about an RPG here. Like, we're not talking about a video game that has a in-depth super narrative. You know what I mean? You're going in there, you're killing shit, and you're working as a team in order to do it, right? So I do feel like he should play the game at least a little bit. But I don't think that he should play the game in the sense of like, oh, you got to put 100 hours in that bitch. You know what I mean? Like, I really don't think I don't think this is that kind of game. But you should at least play the game to understand a little bit of the nuances of the gameplay, so that maybe you could make a callback, right? Maybe you could make a callback to certain things in the game that people who would go watch this movie that played the game, maybe you can do some callbacks to it, But I don't know, man. At the end of the day, I feel like it is partially deserved, because there has been examples in the past of people who are making video game related IP movies and TV shows that have not even remotely touched the source material. And even worse, they would tell the people that are working on the project not to touch the source material. They would literally tell people, don't play the games, or don't read the books, or don't whatever, like they'll tell people don't do it. Is because they don't want you to have a preconceived notion, right, of the source material. They don't want you to have a preconceived notion. They don't want you to fall in love with it, so that when they bastardize it, you are more likely to say, okay, that's fine, So I don't know. This one's a little bit all over the place for me, but I think he should at least play the game a little bit. Hollywood Reporter revealed this week that Helldivers movie is set to be directed by Justin Lin, the director behind the Fast and the Furious Parts 3, 4, 5, 6, and 9, as well as Star Trek Beyond. However, the article noted that Lin is not a gamer and leaned into that strength when pitching his take on the material, has resulted in concern from some Helldivers fans who believe that Lin should be familiar with the source material when taking on such a project. I can't blame him. For wanting that. I feel like that's such a simple request. Again, I don't think anybody's asking this guy to put in a fucking 100 hours into this game. Like, I don't think anybody's asking for this guy to suddenly be a ultra nerd gamer. Like, I don't think that's realistic. But I also think it's not unrealistic to ask someone to partake in, whatever the IP that it is that you're adopting. I don't think that's unrealistic either. As spotted by IGN, Arrowhead CEO Shams Georgiani addressed these concerns in the game's Discord server, telling fans that he had faith in Lin's ability to deliver a great movie, and that they should too. After one member of the Discord offered to direct the film instead because they were a fan of the game, Georgiani replied, "Let Justin work his magic." Why would you offer? Like, bro, what do you think? Like, do people really think like, oh, the Arrowhead CEO is gonna be like, you know what? Let's fire this Hollywood director and let's hire this random person in the Discord server to direct the movie just because he's a fan. I don't know. I'm sure it's a joke, but I just find it funny. When another member asked Giorgiani to make sure the director plays the game at least once or at least see some gameplay, Giorgiani assured them, I trust Justin. He did a great job of the Star Trek movie. So he's dodging the question. That's basically it. The CEO is completely dodging the question. They're not even answering it. They're not even saying, oh, yeah, he's going to play the game. Don't worry. Oh, yeah, don't worry. He's going to watch some gameplay. Like, nope. He's going to be like, I trust him. And that's it. Dodging the fucking question completely. Why am I not surprised? According to the Hollywood Reporter coverage, Lim aims to find the humanity in the characters and build out a world and mythology while infusing timely themes into the story. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Timely themes. This should be interesting. I'll tell you this. I'm gonna wait for a trailer. Right? That's the whole point of a trailer. I'm gonna wait for a trailer and we'll kind of see what goes from there. But what I'm gonna say is that something stinks about this. I can't put my finger on it, but something stinks about this. And it might be a slight stink. It might be a big stink. I don't know. We're gonna find out in the trailer. But I will say this: the community managers and some of the developers over at Arrowhead have leaned into the story about Helldivers being basically a story that is making fun of the Nazis in real life, right? The fascists in real life, all that shit. They've tried to, modern audience it a little bit. So I wouldn't be surprised if that kind of, those kind of themes, I should say, make their way into the movie. But again, you never know. Hollywood is separated. They think similarly, but they're separated. So we'll see. We'll see. We're going to wait for the trailer. That's what I'm going to do. We're going to wait for the trailer. Oh, you didn't know that? You didn't know that about some of the developers and the community manager and all that stuff? That they basically, they called the game woke, and they were like, all the people who love this game because they think it's a game for them are not realizing that the game is making fun of them or some shit like that. Some shit like that. I didn't care. I don't give a fuck what the community manager has to say because they're not the ones who made the game. So I don't give a fuck. If the game's good, the game's good. But you are going to have some psychopaths like that. All right. Moving on from that. Like I said, wait for the trailer on that one. We'll see how that goes. Things are not looking good for good old Xbox. And I mean, to be fair, when is that ever not a thing, right? Xbox apparently during Black Friday. I don't mean to laugh, but this is funny. Xbox on Black Friday was apparently outsold by a little known Kinect style console during the holiday. The next Playground crashed the Black Friday hardware chart in the United States. The fuck is this thing, bro? I've never seen this. And who is that according to? Circana. Xbox hardware was outsold by the Kinect style console during Black Friday week in the US. Circana data shared on social media would suggest that the family console Next Playground took 14% of the market for the week ended November 29th. As in the UK, PlayStation 5 dominated Black Friday hardware sales, accounting for 47%, which was likely driven by discounts. Bro, I want you guys to understand how amazing this is. This is how fucking stupid. This is how stupid I think normies are, right? So they're saying that during Black Friday, the PlayStation 5 accounted for 47% of the hardware sales, and it was likely driven by discounts. But does anybody understand, and I'm sure you guys do in the chat, that the PlayStation 5 had a price increase of about $100 some odd earlier this year, and they discounted the system $100 during Black Friday, which means that they essentially sold a bunch of PlayStation 5s at MSRP, the original normal price, but they sold it because people were like, ooh, The system is discounted now. It's time to buy it up now. You didn't buy it when it was the same price at MSRP earlier this year, but now that it's a fake sale, all of a sudden you're like, I gotta buy it. I gotta buy it right now. It's like, what the fuck, bro? And you know, I was gonna ask the question: are people really this stupid? And I really shouldn't ask that question because we kind of already know the answer. We kind of already know the answer. People literally went out and bought this shit because they saw it on sale, thinking they got a deal, when the system was literally this same price, not even earlier in the fucking year. Why are people so stupid? I don't understand. I don't understand. Anyway, Nintendo Switch ranked second, I'm sorry, with 24%, meaning Xbox took less than 14%. Next, Playground is an Android-powered console that launched in 2023, which features a motion camera similar to Microsoft's Kinect sensor. The console features family games such as Fruit Ninja and retails for $250, but is regularly discounted to under $200. That's not bad. That makes sense then. I guess the price makes sense. The Playground has been quietly growing in popularity in the U.S. market and even briefly outsold PS5 in the week before Black Friday. Wow. That's pretty impressive. Damn, Xbox is getting felted by some random fucking console, bro. This is hilarious. And again, you gotta have to take it with a grain of salt because this is Circana. So it's all about, representation. How are they representing these numbers? But if their numbers are to be believed, then Xbox is just goddamn, bro. And it's because everybody, they advertise their system as everything is an Xbox. So if everything's an Xbox, then I don't need to buy an Xbox. Right? I feel like that's like the straightforward, that's a straightforward response. If everything's an Xbox, I don't have to go buy an Xbox. This thing could be an Xbox, right? This thing right here could be an Xbox. This little square thing. This could be an Xbox. So I'll just buy this and pretend like it's an Xbox. It's crazy shit, man. Anyway, let's move on from this. Let's talk about the Fallout story that we didn't get to cover the other day. Now we get to cover it because, well, we got a little bit more time. So Fallout creator has rejoined Xbox's Obsidian Entertainment and says you will not guess what he's working on. Now, I've spoken about this guy before. I think I've covered like 1 or 2 videos that he's made, and I think he's made like the prototypical stop being mean to developers kind of video, whatever. But aside from that, I don't really care. But this guy is Tim Cain, who co-directed The Outer Worlds and has officially left retirement and returned as a full-time employee at Obsidian Entertainment. Now, I wonder what his role is. I don't know if they say what his role is. Let me see. Cain, who was producer and programming lead on Fallout and designer for its sequel, previously joined Obsidian in 2011 as a programmer, working on South Park and Pillars of Eternity. He also co-directed The Outer Worlds and consulted on his recent sequel. In 2020, he left his position and worked on a remote contracted basis. In a new video published on his YouTube channel on Friday, Cain revealed that he's rejoined the company as a full-time employee and in person, and that he's currently working on an unannounced project, which he doesn't think fans will guess. So what's interesting about this is that he won't mention the title. He won't mention the title. He won't tell you anything like that. So the reason why this is interesting is because if you guys don't remember, Carrie Patel left Obsidian Entertainment. She left Obsidian Entertainment to go be a game director for Netflix, making way more money than she was making probably at Obsidian, to be honest with you. So that means that they lost a game director, and I don't remember them ever hiring another one. Now, granted, I mean, it's Avowed, right? So you're not going to hire anybody to direct on a game like Avowed that nobody cares about. But they haven't mentioned about hiring another director or anything like that. So considering this guy co-directed on The Outer Worlds, I wonder if he's going to be another co-director or if he's going to be just a director. Again, we don't know his title, so he could just be a programmer. Who knows? But it would be very curious as to see whether or not he replaced Carrie Patel or not. All he said was, I'm back at Obsidian. I'm there as a full-time employee and in person, so not a remote. And I'm not a contractor anymore. This means that I'm not working at other places, although there's at least one game that I worked on elsewhere that I know is going to ship. He added, I can't talk about the project I'm working on at Obsidian just because that's covered by NDA. Don't bother guessing. You're not going to guess right. I would probably say that I'm a lot less retired now. That's it. That's basically it. So, I don't know. We're going to follow this story and see, but I have a sneaking suspicion that he was hired for something a little bit higher over at Obsidian Entertainment. And now he's using his YouTube channel to kind of drum up a little bit of press surrounding whatever he might be working on at the time. But I'm sure we're going to find out more information relatively soon. If not this year, then next year, I'm sure. T-Jab says we are 56 away from tier. Thank you, T-Jab. 56 away from tier 1. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. GDR says I called it. He is working on a game. Yeah, I mean, we knew this. We knew that he was working on a game. We just don't know what. But I guess we'll see. Jay Viper says Tim is super annoying. Yo, Jay, why don't you have timestamps on your award show, man? People are telling me I won an award. Is that true, or are they lying to me? Are they lying to me? Am I a 2-time award-winning CEO of the Bigot Army, or are they lying to me? GDR says it will be a flop. See, here's the thing, man. So Obsidian has proven that they can craft pretty interesting worlds. The problem with that is they don't know how to narrate those worlds anymore. Sadly, they don't know how to narrate those worlds anymore, and you can clearly see where the ideology of some of their developers are at, and it kind of sneaks into the game, unfortunately. Now, I also will say this: modern day Obsidian games are not bad, but they're also not great. They're extremely mid, right? Even when people ask me about Avowed and they were like, hey, what would you give Avowed as a rating? I would give Avowed a 5 out of 10. Legitimately 5 out of 10. Like mid, right? Same thing with the Outer Worlds. The Outer Worlds, super mid. It's super safe, super mid. Now, I haven't played the second one yet, so I'll reserve my my thoughts on that until I do. But in terms of the first one and Avowed, I mean, literally just fucking mid. Like there's nothing. Every time there's something in those games that is interesting, that stands out to me, there'll be like 2 other things that just completely drag the game down. You know, so it's unfortunate. It really is. It's unfortunate. I feel like Obsidian makes pretty interesting worlds, and they could be doing so much more with it. But instead, they just they're writers, man. I'm telling you, dude. I keep making videos, and I know I say the same shit regarding the writers, but I really genuinely believe with every fiber of my being that the number one issue in the entertainment industry right now is bad writers. If we were to somehow fix, like with the snap of a button, or like with the snap of a finger, I'm sorry. If I was able to Thanos snap good writing into the entertainment industry again, I feel like that would solve a lot of issues that is plaguing this industry right now. But because we have such terrible fucking writers, both in gaming and outside of gaming, they just don't have the capability to do what writers used to do. And then they have the narcissism to think that they are like the best ever. It really plagues the industry so bad. So bad. So I don't know. I guess time will tell. Time will tell. We'll hopefully we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll get some new writers. I have no idea. All right, let's X out of this. Where are we at? Let me catch up on super chats really quick. We got Alucard with a 2. I know I just can't stand my own people sometimes. Damn. That's crazy. Little Jim's Halo with a 2. Did you see Operation Sunburst, a Fallout fan film? No, I don't think I did. Actually. Old Man Cat with a 4.99. My right hand gets its freedom tomorrow. Hey, yo. What do you mean by that?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
What do you mean? He says, my right hand gets his freedom tomorrow. Will be night to type normally tomorrow. What the fuck? That's crazy, old man cat. To admit that, that's just nasty. Shout out to you. I'm happy for your right hand, though. Happy for your right hand. Demon Carol with a 5. I got a game for you to check out later. It's called Replaced. It's a 2.5D platform that looks interesting. Doesn't come out for another 3 months. Replaced. It's on Steam, I'm assuming. Well, considering we didn't do an indie showcase, fuck it. I'll do something I don't normally do. Just gonna stop the show. We're just gonna check it out right now. It's Hypnocast. We do what we want. I'm just gonna say it right off the bat. Let me hide your super chat. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say it right off the bat. I love this style. Like the 3D graphics with the 2D sprites, or like, you know, like, or 2.5D technically. Love this style. Looks so good.
So just do me a favor.
Didn't I show this 2 days ago? No. I would have remembered this game. Not at all.
Stand and please hold your ground. The time is to come yet to become one savior.
Let's see combat. Yes, sir. Bro, this is so well done. This is so fucking well. Look at this. And you know what's crazy? So this trailer is a prime, in my opinion, this trailer is a prime example of how to do a trailer, right? Where you just keep everything in mystery. You keep everything in mystery. You keep people wanting more. I've watched 1 minute and 36 seconds of this trailer, and the entire time as I see some of the craziest scenes, I think to myself, what is the story behind this game? Like, what is going on here? This is fascinating. But they're not telling you anything. And that's how it should be, in my opinion. That's insane, bro. It's such a fucking Blade Runner moment. That is such a Blade Runner moment, man. I am so bricked. Yeah, no, I'm definitely bricked, man. I'm bricked. Yep, I'm bricked. Demon Carol, that is a great recommendation. I did not have it wishlisted. Consider it wishlisted now, because holy fuck, that looked awesome. That looked fucking awesome. Especially the train part, where he was riding the train and then the fucking flying cop car came down or whatever. That was sick. Great recommendation. Great recommendation. Archangelus with the membership. Thank you, my good man. I appreciate that. Old man Cat with a $4.99. Why is Santa so jolly? Because he knows where all the naughty girls live. Makes sense. Old man Cat with a $4.99. Why does Santa go to strip clubs? To visit all his ho-ho-hos. Very nice. Son of the Leash with a 17 months of legendary status. He says Mario Brothers movie, Street Fighter movie, Resident Evil movies, all timeless gems of shame. Dude, I actually have the 4K version of the Street Fighter movie. Fucking love it, man. Absolutely love it. Chun-Li in that movie. Oh, come on. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Tiger King with a 1-9. What the fuck happened to this creature's face? I have no idea. Colonel Rub for 9 months says, on the topic of Fallout, the new season of the Fallout TV show is looking more like an absolute garbage fest that breaks the lore even more. Please just have the Enclave come back and end it all. Hail. So I saw a clip of that show, and quite frankly, it's how do I put it? It's it looks like the Metroid 4 Reddit writing in the TV show. Now, granted, that's just one section of the show, right? So whatever, but still, it's a bit cringe. Old Man Cat 489, my whole right arm is encased to prevent any movement of my ulna. They're releasing the right hand from the cast tomorrow, you filthy mind ass. Stop lying. The lore, Old Man Cat, is that you gooned too hard and you broke your arm while gooning. And now they're going to release your cast so that you could goon again. That's the lore. I'm sorry. It is what it is. It is what it is. Thank you for the $4.99, my man. I appreciate that. Let's check Rumble really quick. Rumble, we got Deadeye's Lock with $1. What does a snowman and a rock have in common besides their amazing mass? A snowman melts their mass away while the rock deflates like Ariana Grande. Insane. Shout out to Deadeye's Lock. I appreciate it. Hey, speaking of Dan Clancy, the only thing that came out of the Streamer Awards that was actually good was this right here. Hold on. Check this out.
Dan Clancy is here. Which is really nice because I kind of see Dan as a father figure. And just like my real dad, he spends way too much time online hitting on my friends.
Ow.
Holy shit.
You could just see her face. You could just see her face. She's like, ugh, ouch. Oh man, that is a cutie Cinderella, Tiger King. This is the person who was behind the Streamer Awards. Yeah, I know there's a Hassan joke in there. I know there's a Hassan joke, but this one was funny because it's Dan Clancy. You know what I find even funnier? So here's a little thing that I noticed. Right here's the thing that I noticed about shit like this. So I saw screenshots of this award show, and aside from the one or two outliers, like they had a drag queen that was there because that's their entire persona, right? Like their entire persona is they're a drag queen streamer. But aside from that, 99% of the people that are in that crowd, I'll put it to you like this. Let me preface it with this. 99% of the people in that crowd, are they woke? Probably. Right? I'm not saying, do they really think it? Do they really believe it? But what I'm saying is, are they woke? Probably. Right? They'll go out there and they'll virtue signal. They'll do everything they got to do to maintain the status quo and all that stuff. Right? So are they woke? Probably. However, I found it interesting that for 99% of these people that are woke, 99% of them are dressed in extremely specific gender roles. Meaning the men are all wearing suits for the most part, unless they are, a part of a team or something. The men are all wearing suits and the women are all dolled up in dresses and makeup. I just find it interesting, man. Maybe that's me. But I'm just saying, like, some of the wokest people are in the room right now. They claim all this shit online and they're like, oh, we got to fight the gender norms and blah, blah, whatever. And then the moment it comes down to an award show, the girls are all wearing makeup, dressed up and everything, high heels, all kinds of typical female shit. And then the men all got their suits on, ties. It's like, what happened? What happened to fighting the patriarchy? What happened to, where's all this shit? that they talk about on the internet. It's not real, boys. It's not real. That's basically what it is. It's not real. All these people that talk all this nonsense, it's not real whatsoever. But like I said, there's like a 1% of, 1% of them that are obviously, ideologically driven. So because it's just lip service, they don't really follow through with. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So anyway, fuck the streamer awards again. I'm good. I just that one particular thing was pretty hilarious to me. I'll say that. All right, let's X out of this. Let's move on. We got, where is it? We talked about Fallout. Let's talk about this. Actually, hold on. Wait, before that, really fast story. We got another potential studio shutdown. Recreation. I don't know. Recreation developer puts its entire staff on notice as the publisher THQ Nordic abandons it completely and says, we simply cannot sustain the studio in its current form. We have so many things in the pipeline, says Threefield CEO as she hopes for a potential rescue. Ouch, man. This is what happens when subsidization is no longer available. I keep telling you, man, this is what I mean by these studios. Like, bro, what game is this? Is this game on Steam? Let's see right now. I'm going to check right fucking now. Let's see. Right. Yep, it is on Steam. Okay. You guys ready for this? This studio says they have a lot of things in the pipeline. This studio says they're working on a lot of projects. And they need to be rescued because THQ Nordic says that they're going to abandon the studio. You guys ready for this?
Holy shit.
Oh my God, man. Guys, again, this is what I mean, right? This is what I mean by subsidization. Subsidization has carried these studios through, okay? Now, this game only released 2 months ago. Again, I'm not saying it's a bad game. Maybe it just didn't get any press or whatever. But what I am saying is that you released a video game 2 months ago to 199 concurrent players. You have 8 people playing the game right now. And you mean to tell me that you're hoping for somebody to rescue you? You're hoping for somebody to say, bro, you're asking $40 for this game. You're asking $39.99 for this fucking game. Okay. All right. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. You got 59% reviews. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. We are going to check this game out and see if it's worth $40. Okay. Because in a world where you could get Expedition 33 for $50, $10 more, in a world where you could get Hollow Knight Silksong for $20, okay, in a world where you could get Ball X Pit for like what? I don't know, $9, whatever the fuck it is. All right. We're gonna check it out right now. Is this game worth $40? Let's see. I'm bringing it up on. Here we go. Okay. $40 game. Here we go.
That's what she said. Ask for a sign before the river runs red.
So really quick, right off the bat, does the game look cool? I think it does. I think the game looks cool. But $40 for a build-a-track race kind of game? Come on, bro. Respectfully. Does the game look cool? Sure. But $40 fucking dollars for this game? That value just isn't there. It just isn't there. I'm sorry. It's not. Not in today's world. It's not. This is like a $10 to $15 game at most. Straight up. $10 to $15 game. I think people would have bought this game at like $10. I really do. I would have bought it at $10. Absolutely. But you're asking $40 for this. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, I don't mean that disrespectfully. I don't mean that the game looks bad. I'm just telling you, I don't think it's worth $40. In my opinion. Like, that looks fucking cool. There are certain aspects of this game that look really cool. Right? There's definitely certain aspects of this game that look really cool. But again, $40, I don't see it. I don't see it, bro. Maybe $20, maybe $20 maximum. Maximum. But you're asking $10 less than Expedition 33 for a game like this. And this is why I feel like if you're going to be releasing a game or designing a game, you have to have a price market in mind. And whoever designed this game and thought the price market for this game is $40, I think they need to have their job reevaluated. I really do. I feel like this was set to fail. Like, who the fuck paid $40 for this? Who would do that? Obviously, people did. This game sold a little bit of copies, but still, would you rather have 1,000 copies at $40 or 50,000 copies at $10? You know what I mean? Think about that. It's on PS5, Xbox, PC. Okay. So let me go back really quick because I want to look into this a little bit more, because this is what I mean by subsidization, right? So if this was any other year, if this was any year other than 2025, right? This particular video game and this particular studio would be subsidized for years to come. But the fact of the matter is, it is now 2025. Subsidization money is harder and harder to come by. And people are just like, it's not a thing. And the funny thing is that it's not even the developers that set the price of the game. It's the publisher. So THQ Nordic is the one that set the price for this game. And now they're dumping the developer after the game flopped. Are we serious? Three Fields Entertainment. Let's see. They worked on Recreation, Danger Zone. Danger Zone came out in 2017. Danger Zone 2, 2018. Dangerous Golf, 2016. Look at the price of all their video games before this game. Did they have a different publisher? Let's see. They self-published. Okay. They self-published that one. They self-published this one. Okay. They self-published this one. Okay. And Team 17 did this one. Okay. So what do you guys notice? What do you guys notice about this? When they self-published the game, they knew exactly where their price point should be. $15, $20, $20 MSRP. Exactly what I said. They knew where their price point should be. But the moment they worked with THQ, double the price. Double the price. $40. The moment they worked with THQ Nordic. $40, bro. THQ fucked them royally. Royally. Now, I don't know how much their previous game sold. Probably not that much. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay. That's what I figured. So they sold anywhere between 3,000 copies to 26,000 copies. Fine. And if you look at this, let's see. Bro, they didn't even sell as many copies as their previous games did. Because again, if the price was cheaper, you'll have more people that are willing to take the chance. At $40, not many people are willing to take the chance. And now, technically, they made more money because 15,000 copies at $40 versus 20,000 copies at, whatever, 15 or 10. Clearly, they made a little bit more money here. But also, the publisher takes a cut of that, too, because they didn't self-publish the game. They worked with THQ Nordic. So you're right back at square one. You're right back at square one. So, I don't know, man. At this point, again, these publishers are really... They're really fucking some of these developers, man. And this is, you have to be, I don't know, you have to be like completely out of touch to charge $40 for a game like this. Especially for a game that has no, like, no established franchise attached to it. You know what I mean? Where, like, for example, if you have like a building game like this, but let's say you attached, I don't know, Fast and the Furious to it, right? You could charge a little bit more because you're attaching a famous, established franchise to it. So naturally, there's going to be a little bit of a cost for that. But there's nothing attached to this. This is just another game like this. So yeah, THQ definitely fucked them for sure, 100%. And then after fucking them, they're dumping them. It's just, bro, literal pump and dump. Hold on. Let me get into this really quick. Literal fucking pump and dump, bro. Holy shit. Developers of Dangerous Golf, Danger Zone, and most recently the Burnout Meets Trackmania mashup Recreation has announced it has put its entire staff on notice of redundancy. As the studio explained it, we will not see revenue from game sales for the foreseeable future. Ouch, man. Calculator says so they were set up for failure. Basically, if you're going to release your game at $40, you need to understand that there is a new standard for that $40. And I know that developers out there and studios out there and executives, they don't want to admit that. But the truth is that it just is what it is, right? This year especially was a perfect example of $40 to $50 video games completely changing the game, right? Completely. I'll give you an example. Outside of Expedition 33. Hold on. I'll give you an example. Here's one. Right? It's a little bit more. But Stellar Blade, $59.99. Lowest recorded price, $47.99. So for $7 more on sale, you can have Stellar Blade versus that game. What are you going to pick? Right? Wu Chang. Look at Wu Chang. MSRP $50. $49.99. $49.99. You could get a highly replayable Souls-like game that I had a lot of fun with personally. I need to get back to it so I can platinum it. $49.99. Right? Black Myth Wukong. Again, $60. Lowest recorded price, $47.99. So $40, you got to remind yourself as a publisher and as a developer, you're going to market your game at $40. What can someone get for $10 more? Think about that. What can somebody get for $10 more? And if somebody's going to say, I would rather pay the $10 more to have that game, then your game is too expensive. Plain and simple. Your game is too expensive if other people are willing to spend more to get that game versus your game. You are not in the right price bracket for your game. So, in any case, that's basically it, boys. All right, let's catch up. Alucard with it too. Of course, it's not real. It's a fetish. Pretty much. Saw the leash with 100. The anime version was Chef Kiss. Of course, I had the VHS tape. Lost it after lending it to a friend. I was talking about the live action stuff. Raul, Julia, and JCBD were okay. The rest were terror bad. Oh, okay, I got you. Oh yeah, the anime version was amazing. That's the one I was talking about. It's fantastic. Chun-Li in that movie is amazing. If you know, you know. All right, we're caught up. But let's get to the next topic, boys. We're going to talk about the update with Postal. So, if you guys are not aware, we talked about this on SNH. It was kind of breaking news at the time, so we spoke about it. But something else has come to my attention about this. Now, to catch you guys up in the chat that may or may not know about this situation, Postal Bullet Paradise was accused of utilizing AI. Right? They were accused of utilizing AI, and they openly denied it. They said no, they never used AI. They got so mad at the accusation of using AI that they basically shut down the studio. They said, fuck it, we're canceling the game, and we shut it down. And this was like 1 or 2 days after announcing their brand new game. Right? So after canceling the game, people are like, what the fuck? Why are you canceling the game and then canceling the studio? Why? Because the internet beef? Because what? Like people are accusing you of AI? Who gives a fuck, right? Well, apparently on SNH, we covered the fact that they made a statement openly admitting. They admitted it. They legitimately admitted it to utilizing AI. They made this whole, you know what? Let me show you that first. So they admitted to it. They said, dear gamers, we want to start with a sincere apology to everyone affected by the situation, the community, our partners, and especially the artists who supported us. The last few days have been overwhelming. As a small studio, suddenly pushed into the spotlight, we reacted emotionally and defensively. The accusations came as a shock, and we needed time to breathe, look at everything calmly, and understand what truly happened. After taking the time and conducting an internal review, we agree with the criticism. The promo art does appear to be influenced by AI-generated material. We collaborated with external artists for years and never saw any signs of this. The layered PSDs always looked legitimate with our internal pipeline, which is why our initial reaction was to protect our team and defend our innocence. We understand now that your concerns were valid, and we take responsibility for not catching this earlier. We also want to stress that this issue relates only to the promo art. It does not concern the real artists who worked on the gameplay visuals, assets, and other content. Many of them had nothing to do with this situation, yet they've been receiving threats and harassment and hatred. This is deeply unfair, and we hope this message helps protect them. Their world is real, and it deserves respect. We previously announced the closure of the studio, but even in this state, we feel responsible for the outcome. As far as our remaining resources allow, we will replace all disputed promo art across all our projects with pieces created entirely by human artists. Wow, this is crazy shit, man. Where is it at? And it will take time, but we will do it. We again apologize to everyone who was harmed or affected by this situation. We never intended to mislead anyone, and our earlier statements reflected what we honestly believed at the moment. Okay, so very, very gay statement, right? Basically taking no responsibility, claiming that it was a third-party, artist that they didn't realize was using AI. It's always the same fucking. I swear to God, bro, it's always the same shit because, Bungie did the same thing too. Bungie was like, "Oh shit, we got caught. It wasn't us. It was an employee who's no longer here." It's like, God damn, man, really? Really? This is what we're doing? So, all right. So they basically blame someone else, and they admitted to the AI. This was their way of admitting to the AI. So now here's the update, right? We have a statement from Running with Scissors, which is their publisher. This is the publisher to Goonswarm, okay? They said the following. After revealing Postal Bullet Paradise, a title Running with Scissors was planning on publishing, but not developing, we've been overwhelmed with negative responses from our concerned Postal community. The strong feedback from them is that the elements of the game are likely very AI generated and thus has caused extreme damage to our brand and our company reputation. We've always been and always will be transparent with our community. Our trust in the development team is broken. Therefore, we've killed the project. We have a lot of good things coming, so you know, some you know and some you don't. Since forming Running with Scissors in 1986, we've always said that our fans are part of the team. Our priority is to always do right by the millions who support the Postal franchise. We are grateful for the opportunity to make the games we want to play, and we'll continue to focus on our new projects and updates coming in 2026 and beyond. We can't wait to share more. So the irony behind all this is that, so first off, they killed it. They killed the project. They killed the project and they killed the studio. Essentially, by killing the project, they killed the studio. That's number one. Number two, the irony is that Running with Scissors just the other day, like we said on SNH, responded to Tim Sweeney and said that, you know, basically customers should know whether or not a project has AI in it, and that, you know, games should be made with authentic, real people. This whole virtue signal post, right? And they got caught with their pants down because one of their developers was utilizing AI. So now their name is getting dragged through the mud. On top of the studio, Goon Swarm is getting dragged through the mud. It's a shit show. It's an absolute shit show for everybody involved with this, right? So people are obviously not liking this. We would like to, of course, to apologize to anyone who felt insulted in the heat of the moment. And we thank you for raising concerns at the time. As for those who specifically sent us death threats, the apology does not apply. All right, so can I just say that if you're sending death threats over a studio utilizing AI, I feel like you're really fucking gay, bro. Like maybe that's me. Maybe that's me, but like, do you really have to do that? Like, is that truly necessary? I know people are gonna be like, oh, I'm just trolling, whatever. Like, that's fucking gay, bro. Like, why would you do that? Why would you do it? It's never that serious. It is never, ever that serious, bro. You could just choose not to buy the game. You could choose not to support the studio, or better yet, you could go on social media and you could tell them why you don't agree with that decision. But the last thing is, like, why would you go out there and be like, I'm gonna fucking kill you because you used AI in your video game? Like, how weird are you, bro? How weird are you? It's very, very, very weird. So yeah, I don't agree with that. I think that's fucking stupid, and you need to stop doing that shit. But I know people are not going to listen. They're going to keep doing it anyway. Yeah, that's an understatement, Mr. Melancholy. That's an understatement. Just make Postal 3 already. Not going to lie, the idea was good, but the studio's fucking it up with AI. Again, I think people are really losing their shit over this AI nonsense, generative AI. I think people are really like, you know why people are losing their shit? Here's why I don't like it. The reason why I don't like it is because it's not being used to the betterment of the consumer. It's being used to the betterment of the studio and their bottom line. If generative AI was being used in a way that would speed up maybe game development, make it better, make it more efficient, make it whatever, or whatever, something that would benefit the consumer, I would be more open to it, even though I know it's inevitable. I would be a little bit more open to it. But the truth is that generative AI is not being used in that manner. It's being used to save these studios money. It's being used so that the studios don't have to pay developers anymore for certain jobs. And that might be beneficial in some cases. But it's really being used so that they can help their bottom line. That's really what it is. So, I don't know. It is what it is at this point. Like I said, it's inevitable. I'm not stupid enough to not understand that AI is inevitable, and this is absolutely going to take over. You can clearly see with the decisions being made by like Micron and whatnot. I think it's absolutely going to be a thing, and it's so funny because you would expect some of the indie studios or smaller studios to be using AI more than some of the AAA studios because the smaller studios can't afford to hire all these developers, so AI could really help them. Whereas what we're noticing is that that's not the case. The AAA studios are the ones that are utilizing AI in like mass amounts. And the indie studios are the ones out here that are virtue signaling. They're like, we'll never use AI. You know what I mean? Like they're the ones that are out here like, we're gonna make sure everything is handcrafted. Meanwhile, AAA is like, nope, we gotta wait. We found a way to save money. Let's do it right now. It's the complete other way around, right? It's kind of funny. So I don't know. I just find it interesting. That's all. This whole conversation about AI is very interesting. I like hearing all different all different aspects that people have surrounding it. It's very interesting stuff. So, but anyway, that's the update with Postal. The studio is completely dead, and the publisher killed it. So there you go. That's it. Okay. Now we covered that. Let's X out of the Goon Swarm stuff. Let's do the stray thing. Let's do the stray thing. Here we go. Okay. So you guys know I like Stray. I thought Stray was a good game. Interesting premise, story, very simple, but with good atmosphere, and it made you want to keep playing the game. So, gaming collectible purveyor I Am 8-Bit is apparently suing the publisher Skybound over alleged fraud related to the cat simulator Stray. Now, I read this and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, what is the deal with this, right? Well, as reported by Engadget, video game merch and physical edition company I Am 8-Bit is suing Skybound Game Studios over alleged fraud and breach of contract in their multi-year partnership, particularly relating to their joint work on distributing Stray, the 2022 3D platformer where you play as a cat exploring a cyberpunk city. Notably, Stray's developer Blue 12 and publisher Annapurna are mostly in the background of this story. As reported by Gamatsu back in 2022, Skybound and I Am 8-Bit handled distribution of physical PS5 copies of the game, with I Am 8-Bit offering a special edition as well as a vinyl record of the game's soundtrack. According to the lawsuit, which is seeking over $4 million in damages, Skybound failed to provide the monthly reports as agreed, referring to financial records related to the partnership. It also padded its expenses with millions of dollars in fake line items. Damn. With regards to Stray, I Am 8-Bit alleges that Skybound used insider information, including confidential details of I Am 8-Bit's royalty split with Annapurna, to cut the smaller company out of a distribution deal for the subsequent Nintendo Switch physical edition of Stray. I Am 8-Bit further alleges that Skybound used marketing material I Am 8-Bit created in order to market this new release of Stray that I Am 8-Bit was not formally a part of and would not see revenue from. Damn, bro. People are just fucking going crazy. People are going crazy, man. This is unbelievable. Now, I'm not surprised, to be honest with you. We have seen many examples of this, and it seems as if this well, I'll tell you this. Is this going to get into a courtroom? No. This is going to be settled upon very quickly, I imagine. People were hyped, but on initial release, the international sales were not even close to as high as China. But Hypno and others acted like it was a huge hit by including the Chinese numbers. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? What game are we talking about? Wukong? Oh, okay. So let me understand something, Netflix. Let me understand something. So, are Chinese people not real people? Out of curiosity, are Chinese people not real people? When they buy video games, do they not count as sales? Just out of curiosity. They're 3/4. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's insanity. That's insanity. So we acted like it was a huge hit by including the Chinese numbers. You're saying that the Japanese and Western games were never going to get those numbers in China. What the fuck does that have to do with Wukong? The Japanese and Western games were never going to get that number. Like what does that have to do with? What does that have to do with Wukong? Like Wukong was a highly successful game. Let me ask you a question, because that's an argument that the journalists made, right? because they wanted to downplay the success of Wukong by saying that like 70% of the sales are from China. Okay, no problem. So, which by the way, you know what they did that with? They also did that with Duck Off. Escape from Duck Off. They were like, oh, 60% of the sales are from China. And the fuck does that mean? Right? So, let me ask you a question. Infinity Nikki was going to be the Chinese International 60. Again, this has nothing to do with Wukong. This has literally nothing to do with Wukong. Let me ask you a question. What is your favorite game this year, Netflix? What is your favorite game this year that was also highly successful? Is there anything? I'm not talking about a free-to-play game, or I'm talking like a game that somebody had to like purchase. Like what is your favorite game this year that was also highly successful? What is that? Expedition 33 looked great to me. Perfect. All right, cool. So Expedition 33, got it. So is Expedition 33 successful because it's successful? Or is it successful because a certain country of people supported it? So do you go out there with Expedition 33 and you say, oh, Expedition 33 was only successful because it was supported by France because it was representing their home country? Like, is that the same energy? You know, for some reason, people only do that with China. I don't know why that is, but nobody ever cares about the geographic location of the sales for any other video game other than Chinese video games. You say it's a success because of the international sales. Yeah, but you realize that Wukong sold a fuck ton internationally as well, mainly in the US. But again, I don't get that. So hold on. So first off, Black Myth Wukong had a super low budget because it's Chinese made, so naturally it's not going to have a high budget because, well, obviously they never do. That's number one. Number two, even if it only released in the US, the numbers that it would have did in the US would have made the game profitable, simply because the budget is low enough for a game like that and the price was high enough. So even if you take the Chinese sales out of it, which doesn't make sense, but even if you do, it still would have been successful in the US, right? So then my question is, why is it that some people have this idea where if a game is primarily bought by the Chinese, that somehow should be excluded from the sales, when nobody does that with any other race of people or group of people? Nobody does that with anybody else, right? Do you think that game, what was that Indian game that's coming out? What was that Indian game that's coming out that looked fucking stupid? With the Xbox showcase. What was that? What was that game? What's that? Chat, help me out. What's that Indian game? Raji. Okay, Raji. All right, fine. So Raji, right? So let's say Raji comes out and Raji is massively successful, right? But then you come to find out that 80% of the people that bought the game bought it from India. Does that not count? Does that game not count as a success because the majority of the sales came from India? It's a percentage. If a Japanese game sold 90% more in Japan, but 10% of international sales, I wouldn't count it as a huge international sale unless the number was enormous for that 10%. But bro, it doesn't matter. Like that's what I need you to understand. Like I get it if you want to like specify. This is a good conversation, by the way. I get it if you want to specify geographic location of sales. That's perfectly fine. But you realize that none of that fucking matters. Right? None of that matters. A sale is a sale. Whether it's from China, whether it's from Japan, you think listen, the studios are putting these games out internationally for a reason. It's because they're trying to garner as many sales as possible. So the only thing that qualifies as international is if a game is released internationally. So it doesn't matter whether the game sells 10% in America, 90% in Japan, or whatever. Like, none of that fucking matters, because if the game is selling well all around the world, then the game is selling well all around the world. If it's 10% here, 20% there, 40% here, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Look at what do you call it? Look at Nintendo. Some of their IPs sell massively more in Japan than it does in the United States. But it doesn't fucking matter. It still sells everywhere. So again, my point is with the whole Wukong thing, and then I got to move on. I'm sorry. With the whole Wukong thing, Wukong, based on the numbers alone that we know about the game, it would have been a success even if you take away all the Chinese sales. The game would have been a success all by itself in the United States, simply because the budget was so low and they were charging, whatever they were charging for the game, $69.99, $59.99, whatever it was. It would have sold regardless. It would have sold very well regardless, right? Because we know in the US, it sold definitely at least a couple of million sales. I think it was like 1 to 2 million sales, something like that. Maybe even a little higher than that. So immediately right off the bat. But this whole thing, like, I've never agreed with this. And you know this. You've been watching me for a while. I have never agreed with this idea. I have never agreed with the whole, like, well, the game is majority selling in China, thus it doesn't count. It's all Chinese players. It's like, I've never understood that, bro. Bro, it's Wukong. It's Chinese lore. Of course it's going to be number one seller in China. Of course. Like, right? Like, can we at least agree with that? Like, of course it's going to be the number one seller in China. It's one of the most legendary stories that have come out of China. So naturally, it's going to be a high seller in China. Like, naturally. But I just feel like it's kind of like forcibly looking for a reason to discredit. That's what I really think it is. It's like forcibly looking for a reason to discredit a video game that is doing well, and it's trying to like put an asterisk. Like you're trying to put an asterisk on a game's success. It's the same thing with Duck Off. Duck Off is a massive success. It doesn't matter that 60% of the sales came from China. I hope that makes sense. But good conversation, Netflix. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. All right, let's fuck this story. we cranky Nautic. I'm not cranky. How am I cranky by having a conversation with someone, bro? People are ridiculous. People are ridiculous, bro. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's insane. The asterisk in small print. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, is it the last topic? Yeah, last topic. Let's talk about the GDC, baby. Hypno, calm down. Oh my god, bro. Okay, I'm gonna calm down. I'm gonna calm down right now. All right. Game Developers Conference. So I saw a bunch of people asking in the chat, Rage Nautic? Bro, oh my god, bro. Rage Nautic is crazy, bro. Oh my god, Boss Man is mad. Bro. Bro, people are saying I'm gonna shock the dog now. Oh my god, bro. Oh my. That's insane. That's insane. Fuck you guys, man. Oh my god, bro. Not the dog. Well, hey, to be fair, Have you seen Hypno's dog? I would shock that motherfucker too, okay? I would shock him too. Hypno's dog, have you seen that account? That son of a bitch is crazy. He's crazy. It's unbelievable. Hassan, yo, no, not this one. Not this one. Where is it at? Nope. Not this one, bro. Not this one, Colonel Ruv. Hassanatic? No.
I say over and over and over again, I hate being alive. I hate being alive. I hate breathing. I hate being alive. I'm in tremendous pain. I'm in tremendous pain. Help me, help me, help me. I'm in so much pain. I'm in so much pain. I'm in so much pain.
That's crazy, bro. That's that's fucking crazy, bro. Oh my god. All right, let's get into this. Let's be serious for a second. Okay. No, it's all good, Colonel Rob. That was funny. That was funny. Shout out to Colonel Rob. That was actually funny. Who the fuck is that? That's Boogie 2988. Melting down. That is what it is. All right, boys. Let's have a conversation about this. So this is I saw people asking in the chat. They were asking, what is the GDC? Apparently people don't know what the GDC is, even though we've talked about it a couple of times. So the GDC stands for the Games Developer Conference. Okay. What is the Games Developer Conference? Well, it is a conference where over 1,000 game developers come together, and they have like these what do you call it? Like panels, you know, like TED Talks, whatever, and they talk about Marxism in gaming and how, you know, you can have social impact in game. It's fucking stupid shit, right? It's stupid shit. So the Games Developer Conference has been going on for a while. And the last developers conference that we saw, or the one before the last one, I don't remember. I think it was 2 of them ago, or maybe 1 of them ago. That's where they had the screaming session where all the developers went outside and they basically screamed at the top of their lungs because they were angry over the state of the gaming industry and how bad it was at the time. This was before the layoffs really hit hard. This was when like they only had 5,000 people laid off at the time. So it might have been 2 years ago or something along those lines. But they had a complete screaming session for like 5 minutes in public, by the way, in the park outside of the GDC. Anyway, if I can find that video, I'll pull it up so you guys can see it. So the Games Developer Conference is apparently rebranding. They're rebranding to the Festival of Gaming, which I think I reported on this a couple of months ago, but I didn't remember. So whatever. I'm just giving you context for what I'm about to talk about. And the next show is going to take place in San Francisco, California from March 9th to March 13th in 2026, right? So it's going to be called the Festival of Gaming. For some reason, they thought that was going to be a better name, okay? Now that you know what the GDC is and what it's becoming, now we can talk about this particular story that I find to be very interesting. So Hideo Kojima is apparently going to be a keynote next year's revamped GDC and will share personal insights into building a studio. Kojima is going to be headlining the GDC's first keynote in 5 years. So he's going to be the headline of the upcoming brand new Festival of Gaming in 2026, which, again, I find to be extremely interesting. So let's see what we got. So the Death Stranding and Metal Gear director Hideo Kojima is set to headline GDC's first keynote address in 5 years, it's announced. Titled Restarting from Zero, a message to creators considering independence, the keynote will take place at the revamped 2026 event, which has been rebranded as a Festival of Gaming and will take place in San Francisco. Kojima's keynote address will take place in the morning of Thursday, March 12th, and will reflect on the creation of Kojima Productions, according to organizers with personal insights into building a studio, developing projects, establishing a brand, and connecting with fans. It says from early creative concept development to finding a physical office space to work from and finding world-class talent to occupy that space, Hideo Kojima will share his journey, the pitfalls, and the creative fulfillment of starting all over again. Now, the weird thing about this is that I don't understand how. Listen, people can have their ideas about Hideo Kojima, but what I will say is that he's a super serious fucking developer, right? Like he's a super serious game creator. Even if you may not like his games, at the end of the day, he takes that shit super seriously, right? So to see him talking at an event that also has other keynotes and panels talking about Marxism in gaming and social impact in gaming and all this other nonsense that has nothing to do with fucking gaming, I just feel like this is beneath him. Maybe that's me. Maybe that's me. But I feel like this guy is way too serious for these people. I feel like the people he's going to be talking to are just going to have it go in one ear out the other. I really do. I really do. I feel like there's no reason why somebody like this, who has a passion for what he does, even if you may not agree with whatever that game is, I just don't feel like somebody who has passion like this should be even mingling with these fucking psychos. You know? But Hideo Kojima, maybe he likes hearing himself talk. I don't know. Nina Brown, president of GDC, says Hideo Kojima is one of the most influential creative voices of our time. His work has shaped how the world experiences video games. Having Kojima-san headline the GDC Festival of Gaming sets the perfect tone for what this new era is all about. Fearless creativity, bold ideas, and elevating the entire game-making ecosystem. His journey embodies a spirit of reinvention that so many in the industry are navigating right now. Listen, man, at this point, you guys are navigating the industry because you're not in it anymore. A lot of you fucks got fired. Let me see if I could find the video so I could really drive home why I feel like Kojima is just too good for these people. GDC screaming session. Let me see if I can find it. That was easy. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So you mean to tell me Hideo Kojima is supposed to talk to people like this? Are you fucking kidding me? So, you mean to tell me Kojima is supposed to have a serious conversation with people who, mind you, look at this bitch's hair, bro. She looks like a fucking peacock. What are we doing with that? I see pink, yellow, green, blue. What the fuck is this? How are we supposed to have a serious conversation when these people are outside losing their shit? This was on day one, by the way. I don't think this is funny at all. Yeah, no, I really, listen, I know I'm joking, but I don't think this is funny. I like, if you mean to tell me on day one of the GDC, you had these people gathered together outside before going in. I wonder how many of these people don't have a job anymore. I would bet you that half of these people are probably fired at this point. Like, how are you going to take this seriously? You know what I mean? I'll give you another example. Hold on. I know I can find it pretty easy. It's usually pretty quick. I'll give you an example. Here. Yeah, here we go. This is great. Let me show this to you. So again, these are the people that are going to be at the GDC. And every time I talk about the GDC, I always bring this up because a lot of people, you'd be surprised how many times I talk about it. People still don't know. So I'm gonna show you. This is from the GDC in 2017. This is 2017. This is before the year of the wokeness in 2020. This is 2017. Years after Gamergate, right? Video games are political. The way we make games is political. The way that we teach our students to make video games is political. And this is from a keynote from somebody called Bonnie Ruberg saying teaching students to make socially aware video games. Right? So video games are political in every manner of the word, right? Here's a really good one. Here's a really good one. End white, cisgender, able-bodied man as the default character in video games. Nice. Oh. What's this at the top left? Marxism is great for a designer. Marxism takes a deterministic approach to history. Before socialism, there must be capitalism. It may sound like crazy talk, but when you turn it into a design, it's great to work with. Marxism is great for a designer. Okay. On the right, lessons learned, the invitation, the selection process, education, privilege and oppression, microaggressions, white fragility, call out culture. Right? And of course, who do you have at the GDC? None other on the bottom left than Neil Cuckman and Anita Sarkeesian. Why am I not surprised? On the bottom right, you have a keynote from Anita Sarkeesian. Tropes versus women video games. So, again, they can rebrand all they want. They can become the Festival of Gaming all they want. And Hideo Kojima can go in here and he can speak his mind. And he can lay some knowledge that, honestly, a lot of serious developers out there would love to speak to Hideo Kojima. They would love to be able to pick his brain. But unfortunately, I feel like a lot of it's just going to fall on deaf ears because he's going to go speak to these fucking retards that are out there screaming like idiots in the park. And they're talking about Marxism and gaming. It's just, I don't know. I feel like it's beneath him. But at the end of the day, listen, man, he's probably getting paid for it. So that's good. That's a plus. So that is going to be Hideo Kojima essentially leading the way for the GDC in their brand new redesign. We'll see how they'll just cry to him about quiet. Yeah, I'm sure they will. We'll see how this goes. And mind you, Hideo Kojima has made some of the most like interesting female characters. They're attractive for the most part. And some of them have even, been pretty slutty. If you remember Ava from Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So you're going to have the guy who makes highly provocative women talking to a crowd of people that think anything even remotely hot with a woman is problematic. Just think about that for a second. Think about that for a second. See how that's going to work. Hold on. Women. I think I remember an article. I think I remember an article, but I can't seem to find it, where they were attacking Hideo Kojima for his showcase of female characters. I mean, I see all kinds of shit. You got Reddit, Metal Gear Solid Reddit complaining about my thoughts on Kojima's sexualization of women and why I think people are way too hard on him for it. Is Metal Gear sexist? Hideo Kojima and the problem of women in video games. The best videos explaining Kojima's troubling depiction of women's sexual violence as well as his dismissal of colleagues. That's on Reset Era, by the way. That's on Reset Era. So think about that for a second. Hey, shout out to Sebi for the raid. Sebi for the raid. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Sebi. Thank you so much. All right, guys. Here's what I'm going to do. First off, thank you guys so much for the support tonight. It's been wild. It's been a great stream. Lots of good conversation. I appreciate it. What I will tell you to do before you leave, if you're not going to partake in the Waifu Battle, is please make sure to continue supporting the videos. Continue to do your best and forget the rest. We are absolutely killing it, guys. We lost 4 subscribers today. So far this stream, we lost 4 subscribers, but we'll gain it back. We'll gain it back in a couple of minutes. We were at 106,434 last I checked. Now we're at 106,430. So we lost 4 people. Let's make sure to give a sad, moment of silence. Let's give a moment of silence for the people who left. RIP to them. Go support the videos. The video tomorrow. It's been you guys have just been amazing. Sincerely, I see you guys commenting, and it's so funny. I'll see comments that are like, "I'm commenting so that my view can count." I love it. I love reading those. I always try to. Oh, look, we lost another one. Hold on. RIP to the 5th. RIP to the 5th. RIP. So you guys have been absolutely killing it. I see the comments. I see the likes. I see everything. Thank you guys so much. Sincerely, I appreciate it. Go check out the video tomorrow. Tomorrow's video is going to be a banger. Oh, we lost another one. And another one. Tomorrow's video is going to be a banger. Okay. Tomorrow's video is going to be a banger. It is going to be. You guys want to know what it is? You guys want to know what tomorrow's video is going to be? Bro, tomorrow's video is going to be about the recent discussion around the wokies demanding Samus Aran to be trans. Oh, yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. So make sure you guys join for tomorrow's video. Give it a like, give it a long view duration, and leave a comment so that it all counts. And keep doing what you're doing. I greatly appreciate it, sincerely. And we'll see you tomorrow for Hypnocast at 9 p.m., of course, every single day. You already know how it goes. Every single day. All right, boys. Let's get into the waifu battle, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have some fun and close out the stream. Netflix says Hypnotic because she wears a suit. Do they think it's a stupid metaphor? Bro, again, just watch the video. I'm gonna do the whole historical breakdown over all the bullshit about them wanting Samus to be trans, wanting Link to be trans, them trying to like attach themselves to these characters for some form of like validity. It's fucking stupid. It's so stupid. But you know what? We got to talk about it. So we will. Yeah, exactly. Trans colonizers. I actually like that. I'm going to use that in my video tomorrow if you don't mind. Trans colonizers. I like that a lot. That is a really good way to put it. Shout out to you, man. All right, let's get to the waifu battle, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good time. If you're not going to stay and hang out with us for the waifu battle, I'm bringing back a legendary waifu today, by the way, so you might want to stay for it. But if not, I get it. I get it. Let's go. All right, boys, the waifu battle is here. But before we do that, I need to catch up on Super Chats because I forgot to do that. Lols. Chaz Dragoon with a 5. I remember when people got this butthurt over Photoshop digital art tools. Now we're doing it with AI. History repeating in annoying fashion. Yep. Precisely. Precisely. Mr. Melancholy with a 2. Kojima will be surrounded by banshees. Basically. But considering the crazy, disgusting shit he's made in video games, I don't think it's going to bother him in the slightest. Jason Alator with a $20 banger. The industry is navigating their way to communism, the same way that Hollywood did in the 40s and 50s. Why do you think they have the Communist Control Act? That's a fair assessment. That is an absolute fair assessment. Speedy Cake with a $20 banger. Are we sure old mate Jeff didn't give him a few handies / money to do this? Probably. But, you know, I don't want to know about the bedroom activities of Jeff Keighley and Hideo Kojima. And then T-Jab with a 252 says, just so we could hit tier 1. All right, so we did, in fact, save tier 1, ladies and gentlemen. And that is badass for the 512th stream in a row. And maybe we could get tier 2 with a legendary champion that is none other than Ivy. Bill. Now, before we bring up the challenger, let's go over the rules of engagement. Rule number 1. All super chats during the waifu battle can and will count towards a particular waifu, but the only way that it is going to count is if you put the name of the waifu in the super chat first. You gotta put the name first. If you do not put the name of the waifu in the super chat first, then it will not count. It doesn't matter how big they are. If you super chat after the fact that you put the name of the waifu you forgot to put the first time first, then I will make it count. Rule number 2. You can vote for any waifu regardless of who's on the screen. It doesn't matter. You can vote for the champion, who is Ivy. You can vote for the challenger, who you're about to find out. It doesn't matter who's on screen at the time. Last but not least, after the second waifu comes off screen, I'm going to do a 30-second countdown. After the 30-second countdown, no more super chats are going to count. It doesn't matter how big they are. The last super chat that shows up on my screen will be the one that counts. So please, if you're going to vote, vote early and vote hard, ladies and gentlemen. Do we understand the rules? We don't understand a damn thing. Let's be real. Let's be real. All right, boys, listen. Challenger today. So Ivy shockingly felt it the last challenger. I thought she was going to lose. But then Dr. Spike came out of nowhere and, well, spiked the shit out of the chat. So I don't know if he's here today. I don't think I saw him. Shout out to Dr. Spike. But today's challenger is going to be a legendary one. She is a extremely famous waifu. Probably one of the most famous out there today. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring her back and let's see if she could take down Ivy and steal her belt. That's right, boys. That's right. The challenger that's going to go up against Ivy is going to be none other than the one and the only Bayonetta. Ladies and gentlemen, let's start the clock and let's see who is going to win. Is it going to be Bayonetta or is it going to be Ivy? Let's find out. The names are on the bottom. We got Torinol with a 5 on Rumble. Says we need an excuse to cancel the game that doesn't get egg on our face. Let's claim no food and then use sock buckets to call out we have food. He says not saying they use sock puppets, but if nobody raises the claim naturally, they can raise it themselves for instant drama. That makes sense. That makes sense. Torinol with a 2 says Hypnotica. Voting early as asked. God damn it. Stop it. Stop it. Yes, caps lock fail. Yes, I know. Caps lock fail. Dead Eyes Lock with a 2 for Bayonetta. Thank you so much. Crash Collins on Rumble with a 5 for Bayonetta. It seems like Rumble has made their decision. They're going all in on Bayonetta. Pause, by the way. Pause. Actually, no pause, because that's not gay at all. That's exactly what you want to do. That's exactly what you would want to do. You would want to go all in on Bayonetta. So there's no pause on that. Forget that. Forget that pause. We're going to avoid the pause. We're going to avoid the pause. DJ Chronic on Rumble says we might have a shot. Maybe. And maybe we might. We just need people to vote hard for Bayonetta in case we get trolls that come out and try to counter the votes for Bayonetta by surprisingly voting for Ivy like they did before. Jason Altor says go all in on both Ivy and Bayonetta. Vortex says I'm 100% going in on Bayonetta. Owl Hoodie says, and yet your first reaction was the pause. Listen, man, when you hang out with New Blackstreet enough times, you're basically pausing basic life at this point. Speedy Cake with a $20 banger over on YouTube says Bayonetta. Very nice, Speedy Cake. Shout out to you, my man. I appreciate that. Chaz Dragoon for a 5 says Ivy. Most gamers' first Dami Mommy, unless you played Battletoads, then it's Dark Queen. I respect that. I respect that. Hickory Excalibur with a 1999 orange banger over on YouTube for Bayonetta. Shout out to Hickory Excalibur. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate that, man. Legendary vote. Legendary vote. We got Real GDR with a $10 says, Fearin is my queen, you filthy animal. Troll King right here. Goddamn right. Shout out to GDR. I appreciate that, man. Still voting for Fearin. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Netflix, we always do US conversion. Always. Always, always, always. We got Mr. Melancholy with a 5 says, Ivy, I'm a sucker for the well-equipped ladies with pixie cut hair. Oh, just wait till you see the Ivy picture. Just wait till you see the Ivy picture. It might turn around some of these Bayonetta people. Maybe. Randall Hess with a 5 for Bayonetta. Bayonetta is clearly in the lead right now by a pretty decent margin. It is not looking good for Ivy right now. But I guess we're going to find out. Let's take Bayonetta off the screen. And now it's time to bring out the current Waifu Battle champion, who is none other than Ivy, the Christmas edition. Ladies and gentlemen, let's start the clock and let's see who is going to win this absolute showdown. Do we have Dami Mommy, Ivy, or do we have Dami Mommy, Bayonetta? Who is it going to be? Chaz Dragoon with a 2 says Hypnotica, Waifu Hypnotic, just cuz. So now we got Chaz Dragoon and we got Torinol voting for Hypnotica. This is crazy, bro. This is crazy. Alucard with a 2, Bayonetta, still making babies? Bricked. Makes sense. Makes sense. It seems this picture has gotten a good reaction. But will it garner support for Ivy to try to bring her back from the brink of destruction? I don't know. Twisted Master says Ivy's getting felted. Even Bob Ross can't save his masterpiece. Well, I don't know, Twisted Master. Let's see. Let's find out, because maybe this picture will garner some support. Maybe. Or maybe she'll just get felted. One of the two is going to happen. We'll see. But right now, I will say that it's not even close. So there's that. Actually, I think she is... Oh, no, she did hit $10. She's actually exactly at $10. So she's not going to get banned. She's not going to get banned. We got Lake Monster with a $4.99 says Ivanetta. So what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to split that for both waifus. T-Jap. T-Jap, that's going to be a split for both waifus. There you go. There you go. This is going to be interesting, boys. As of right now, Ivy is so far behind. This is painful. She's almost as far behind as we are on tier 2, which is extra painful. Will Ivy end up being able to pull it out at the last second? Hey, pause on that. Pause on that. Unless it's titties. If she's pulling out her titties, then no pause on that. We got Panthra with a 10. Split whip, step, kick me. Damn, bro. Damn. You like it when they're violent against you, huh? Is that what it is? Hickory Excalibur with a $9.99 says Bayonetta, but Ivy does look like a Christmas fruitcake that I would actually eat. You see? You see, that's a good comment right there. GDR with a $100 Red Boy Hyper Banger says Ivy sliding my meat stick between her mommy milkers. Give me the Elven Spitters. I will after the Waifu Battle. You got it. The second Red Boy of the stream, catching Ivy up immediately, and now she is in the lead. Shout out to GDR turning this around for the Dami Mommy Ivy. Crazy. And he didn't wait for the chair shot to do it. He made sure everybody saw it. Chaz Dragoon with a 10. Ivy, Merry BDSMS. Nice. I like that one. That's funny. That's another vote for Ivy. Suddenly things are changed. Things are changed. Not only are we at tier 2, but things are changed. Everybody's voting for Ivy now. Fallen Angel would attend Ivy. Yoshio himself said the chances of Samus being trans are the same as Metroid being released on the PS2. Since the PS2 is old and doesn't get new games, we know she isn't trans. Samus waifu tomorrow? Question mark. Perhaps, maybe. We could probably do that. And Deadeye's Lock with $1 on Rumble for Bayonetta. Castlewadu, Witch Time on anti-Bayonetta votes. Also, Bayonetta whips better. Just ask Luca. Guys, are we ready for this countdown? Ivy is currently in the lead. This is anybody's game. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And that is it.
Waifu Battle Belt is mine!
Holy shit, GDR just felt it the entire chat. I thought for sure there was going to be a big fight. A big fight for Bayonetta. And Speedy Cake, bless his heart with the chair shot for a $20 banger for Bayonetta. Shout out to Speedy Cake. I appreciate that. We also had Crash Collins on Rumble with a 10 for Bayonetta. Thank you so much, Crash Collins, for your chair shot. Now, mods, let's count it up. But in the meantime, for the Red Boy Hyper Banger, looks like I got to give this guy some elves. And I'm okay with that.
All right, boys, we got another Red Boy Hyper Banger. Let's bring the ladies in.
Holy shit.
GDR for the $100 turnaround Red Boy Hyper Banger. I think he definitely made a massive difference in this waifu battle. But I guess we're going to have to see because Bayonetta got a lot of votes. She got a lot of votes. But so did Ivy at the last second. So it could go either way. I guess we're going to find out. Let's feed the ducks in the meantime and feed the eagles. Feed the eagles. And let's see what we got, boys. Let's see what we got. In the meantime, I'm going to go put the belt on Bayonetta just in case. I don't think she won, but I don't know. You never know. You never know these days. What an interesting waifu battle. You don't know why they keep demanding long-established characters to be trans at such a baffling level of narcissism? Well, it's about validity, right? So they want to convince everybody that trans ideology, the way that it is today, has always existed for all of time. So what they do is they try to attach themselves to people, characters and whatever that have been around for ages and say, see, this character is so queer-coded. And if you don't see it, well, you're just retarded. You know what I mean? That's what they do. Oh, the numbers are in. The numbers are in. Damn. Bayonetta, no. Oh, wow. Wow. All right. This time it wasn't Dr. Spike. This time it was GDR. We got Bayonetta at $89.05 against Ivy at $137.49, which means the winner. And still, shockingly, Waifu Battle champion is none other than the one and the only Ivy, ladies and gentlemen. Damn, bro. What the fuck? GG. GG. Let's do it one more time, ladies and gentlemen. One more time. Let's go. And I think we definitely got some coping and seething going on right now.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
And that's going to be it for the Waifu Battle, ladies and gentlemen. Ivy's going to go backstage, and she will face off against another Waifu tomorrow. Hypnocast, 9 p.m. Eastern. Do not miss it. Do not miss it. Would have been a much closer battle without the troll votes. Yeah, I mean, that's usually how it goes, T-Jap. Usually. All right, boys, listen. Do not forget, okay? Do not forget, number one, support the video tomorrow about Trans Samus, okay? You're not going to want to miss that video. It's going to be a banger. I promise you. If you missed today's video, it's doing pretty well. Go check out that video. It was about Dragon Age: The Veilguard. They're trying to bring the game back in terms of conversation. And needless to say, we basically covered an entire 1 year's worth of coping around Dragon Age: The Veilguard. So definitely go check out that video. Plus, McDuggins makes an appearance in the video. So that's a plus. If you guys missed McDuggins, well, they are in the video. So definitely go check that video out tonight. And go check out the video tomorrow. It's going to be a banger. Leviath with it too. Good night, y'all. Good night, Leviath. I appreciate that. All right, boys, listen. Shout out to all you guys. Thank you, everybody, for liking, commenting, spamming the chat, super chatting, gifting, all that stuff. I appreciate it. Thank you for helping us to hit tier 1 and tier 2 yet again. And shout out to the Hypno Mods for doing what they do every single day. I appreciate you guys as well. And I will see all of you on the next one. Until then, go be bigots and go be gooners. Bye. Wait for the raid.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men. And I got news for you. That means you
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Her dog, or her cat, was named Vagina. Vagina.
Put a ticket in, make her gay. Suck it, yeah, Jones. Put a ticket in, make her lady gay. Fuck it, yeah, put a ticket in, make her gay. It means put a chicken in it, sweetie, and make her fucking gay. Fucking pronouns. Fucking pronouns.
of the black man. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life.